Sky Prophet, baby. Back with another video for you. Hope everything's still intact. That blueprint that you're figuring out for yourself. Hope that you keeping everything organized in the way that it should be for whoever you are, and staying open-minded for what's to come, what's trying to be shown to you, the inner standards that you're being guided into. Peace and joy. Prophecy and blessings, guidance and protection, integrity, strength, focus, and understanding. Each individual out there, no exceptions. Never no exceptions. These teachings of Jesus, of Christ consciousness, is showing individuals how to go from living in a world as you was living in to advancing yourself as a being into an enlightened state of mind, state of being. You had all kind of sayings, seeds, even concepts for you to have in reference to what you was going through, what you've been experiencing in your life. But the whole point of it all is to get you to this enlightened state of a oneness, of everybody being in unity together. It's trying to give you the understanding that source don't make no differences, sorry about that, when it comes to individuals. As much as it might seem like they do, that's our human perspectives. You know, it's, I'm for God, they against God. God don't love them like that. God about to put the heat on. You know, like, that's habits that humans have took on. But it doesn't coincide with unconditional love. It doesn't coincide with a oneness of things. See, what you've been allowed to do was make choices and experience energies within an unbalanced state of mind. So you can understand and weigh those things to figure out what's right, who you are, what you should stand for, how loved you are, and the love you're supposed to have for other individuals, regardless. A lot of individuals need to hear that, because a lot of individuals don't care to love because of what somebody did them. Don't care to love because of the experiences they've had. And it's always going to come back to, okay, so what now? And if you can't come up with working on myself to be better so I can hold love, then you spinning your wheels. You know, if somebody did you something and you have that much of a grudge against an individual where you can't hold love, you can't see love, you can't find love, that's places and spaces that's of unbalance. You're supposed to take your masculine and feminine energy and understand the bond between that. You could say the bond between those energies. But the oneness of things is something that individuals have a hard time figuring out, because a lot of individuals just always felt like they was alone. You know, they was by themselves. You always had to have differences, and you always will have differences. How else can you figure something out without differences? The differences is the factors that allows you to look into it and understand what's the facts. This is all thanks to God. This is all thanks to Source. And this is appreciation for every individual that makes those efforts and takes those efforts. You don't become better unless you truly want to. The planet ain't designed for you to just become better and you don't want it and you're not making efforts toward it. It's not designed like that. But if you can somehow get yourself to the place of understanding you're a spiritual being, then that works to your advantage. But when you're trying to take control of things and you're not within your spiritual essence, it consumes you. Whatever it is, it consumes you. It's your spirituality. It's your connection to God. It's that love button that you have that's a part of you that can allow you to see things beyond hurt. Pain and the pleasure. How you think that even come about? How would that saying, how would that phrase come about? What you think? Just somebody that been hurt that much to where they say, shit, man, I'm loving something. Nah. It's individuals that experience pain, but understand the pain that they experienced. Understand why they experienced it. Can see the fault in self and the next individual. Is an individual that can see the correction within that pain. See, this whole thing about mining for gold, which I'm not gonna go against that that's what they came, that individuals was here to looking for gold. But the true gold is what you turn things into out of your heart. The true gold is what you transform and transmute things into from these negative, dark energies. And that's your heart space. That's using your heart space to make something worthwhile out of something that wasn't worthwhile, you could say. It's transforming these energies in a certain way to where other individuals can see the benefits of it. See, if you just listening to a story, all you have is a story. If you putting yourself and trying to examine yourself within that story, then you can find clarity and understanding for yourself. But long as it's just you taking in a story, as far as just say Jacob and Esau. You just taking in that story and, man, them boys fight, God, them boys rebound back and down. Man, it's crazy. Without taking that same concept and applying it to your reality, applying it to how things is on the planet, you don't get to the right understandings for yourself. Because all you have is a story where they just telling you somebody was betrayed. But if you're not actually putting it in real life with betrayals and the betrayals and seeing the connections with that, you're not really piecing the puzzle the way you need to piece the puzzle. It's kind of like this. If you're not connected to Source, certain information that you have is just information that's been here. You know, it's just information that's already attained, you could say. God is love, so if you with God, is love with everything and every action, every way of your being. When you're not able to do that, and like this is on individuals, every individual can understand, you know if you're showing unconditional love or not. Most individuals not, you know, and it's not a big deal. That's just where we headed. But it's still things that to face. Because at the end of the day, the glory is for God. The story is for you. I'm going to say that again. At the end of the day, the glory is for God. But the story is for you. It's a lot that individuals are figuring out. It's a lot of individuals putting together. Individuals uncovering and putting in perspective. It's a lot. But it's also still a lot that's separating individuals. That's separating individuals' minds. That's separating individuals from thinking within a head of clarity, you know, you could say. It's not important. It's not more important what you go through as it is how you respond to it. Your decisions when that occurs, how you go about yourself. That's the important part, because that's always going to be the part and the piece that you got to have with you. You're going to have with you after your decision, which means if something happened to you, if you make a ignorant decision about it, then after you make that decision, the energy that you go into is the energy you go into, but it's based on how you gonna respond to things. You know, and individuals taught this: an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You kill me, somebody gonna kill you. You stab me, I'm gonna stab you. You shoot me, I'm gonna shoot you. And that's the farthest thing from what that means. It's you understanding your neighbor. It's your eye, is my eye. We have that same vision. It's an eye for an eye, meaning we the same. Tooth for a tooth. It's all the same thing. But everything has to be transformed in certain ways to where individuals be creating just separation and negative energies. God doesn't create negative energy. God doesn't create negative energy. I don't know where individuals get that from. All these stories you hear about coming with the wrath and all that, that's human perspectives. That's what a human thinks is going to happen through the energy that they picking up. That's it. Like it's not law for you. It's not law for you to run around preaching, talking about God about to bring the wrath, God about to hurt you, God about to punish you. Like it's not real for you to walk around like that, because that ain't so. It's not so. If God was bringing the wrath, that means you and the next man is different. Some kind of way, somewhere down the line, it's different. Some kind of way God made a decision that say He gonna love one and not the other. That's not so. Like that's not what we supposed to be bringing to this planet. That's not what we supposed to be teaching on this planet. You being allowed to see so you can have a full understanding of how things was, how individuals operated, what individuals accepted, how individuals process things, the greed and the control and all of those type of things. But it's not for you to gain control and then take over control. Like it's not for you to understand what happened and take on them same attributes. It's not for none. It's just for you to see. It's just for you to see how to act, how to be. It's for you to see the hatred that individuals had. And I don't care what nobody say, whenever it comes to hatred, you got every culture, every race within that. Period. We missing the big picture. The big picture is God and love and putting everything together. Yeah, it's discovering truths, but it's not creating fights behind the truths that you discover. I know in my heart, a lot of these things that I hear individuals talk about, I know that they 1000% correct. I know that. But I still don't have no kind of desire to promote change, to promote, I'm not going to say change, but to promote separation. I don't have that desire. That's why you have that phrase that if you do the same thing, you're not no more worthy than they are. And that's a real thing. You in an enlightened state because you understand things a whole lot better. You headed toward wholeness. You headed toward understanding the unity and the oneness. Individuals don't feel it. When you can truly feel your bond with source, you could feel the oneness. It's a lot of times individuals, you experience that with another individual, that oneness. Some individuals don't realize it when they experience it. But you open your eyes today. Okay, you're going to open them tomorrow and the day after. Like, what you opening them for? What you think they're going to open for tomorrow? What you think they're going to open for the next day? Why you think they've been opening? It's been a journey of healing and correction since your breath at birth. You know, they like to say the wind of birth, the wind of birth. But when you took on that first breath, you was here. You was here, whether you all that, you was here. It wasn't no going back. It wasn't no none of that. It's grow up and learn. Grow up and get understandings for yourself. And there's a bunch of other little avenues and roads and outtakes that you went through to get to where you at. That's why it should be more important to you to help the youth, to show them the right way. Because a lot of y'all now, you can look at a baby and see the innocence. We be saying, oh, man, he cutting up yet, man. But like, you can see the innocence. They don't know. Not yet. But think about all the things you've been through. Think about everything you encountered. Think about the ways you know how individuals was, and you know how deceptive it can be out here. And look at that baby and tell me, or that kid, and tell me they don't need real guidance to come through for them in a real way. Yeah. And we neglect that. You know, we neglect passing on knowledge and information. You know, we keep it in the same boundaries of how it's always been. Teaching them fear, teaching them, man, all kind of different things. You know, like it's almost like this. Individuals have a lot of masculine in them, so it's like, well, what you being scared for? But you never taught them how not to be scared. You never taught them how to be brave. You know, but like really chew him out. If he be so-called pussy, you know, like that. And that shit is the wrong way to be. Like, you can't fuss unless you teaching shit. If you ain't teaching it, then like, what's the deal? Like, what we fussing at? This should be a learning experience for you also. Thank you, sir. Just like it is for them. Protect your energy, protect yourself to and from. Watch your surroundings. Watch what you take in your ears, watch what you give out your mouth. Help somebody if you can. Give somebody some words of encouragement if you can. Prophet got words of encouragement. You always challenge with the right concept and the right perception.